Welcome to Home Fermenters Diaries number 3. I'm going to be tasting a Cooper's Dark Ale before I bottle it. I'm also going to be tasting a grape juice cider that I made with Mack's homebrew caps. And then I'm going to start the bottling of this brew, but I'm only going to show the first bottle, and then I'm going to cut the broadcast because I don't want the video to be too long. So let's get into it right now. The interesting thing that I did here was to imitate a YouTuber named Tube Dinos, I don't know how to pronounce it, who wanted to challenge himself to make a beer that he could drink in 7 days. And his technique was to do the first 3 days of active fermentation in the fermenter, then do 3 days fermenting in the bottle with a Mack's homebrew cap on the bottle so that the bottle wouldn't explode, and then 1 day in the fridge to chill it. So I've done the same thing. I stole 1 bottle's worth of wort from the fermenter after 3 days. I put it in the bottle with the Mack's cap on it, and then yesterday I put it in the fridge, and now we get to see what it's like. So it's certainly carbonated. It looks nice and it smells nice. And the trick is not to get ahead with it, but to avoid getting too much of ahead. That's better. So far so good. Well, it tastes really good. If the entire batch ends up like this, I'm going to be happy with it. Nice color, not really clear, and a lot of bubbles going up. Next thing is I'm going to do a tasting of this grape juice cider made with Mack's homebrew caps. Normally I wanted to only let this ferment at fermentation temperatures for 4 days because I didn't want it to be too strong, but then I forgot. So it fermented for at least 7 days, and then it's been in the fridge now for a week. So it gave it much more time than it's supposed to need to clarify. We'll see if I got any clarity. Again, it's obviously carbonated. You can tell by the sound when you open it. I would not call that very clear. Smells good. I have a feeling this is really high in alcohol. Even just by the smell, it seems like it probably is. If you're commenting, I can't see them. I'm too far from the camera. I'll look later though. Well, it's a tasty cider, and it's still got sweetness. From the taste alone, I would say it's a winner. We'll see how strong it is. The Mack's homebrew cups are an amazing little device to use. And now I'm going to get into my bottling. Now I've already sanitized all my bottles, and I've already put the dextrose into all of the bottles except this one, which I'm going to do now. I'm using the Cooper's little dextrose pills that come with the equipment. So I'm putting 2 of them in this size bottle. And then all I have to do is get the bottle onto this bottling wand, which is also sanitized. Everything's sanitized. And open the tap. Now it wants to come out, but I have to press the bottom of the bottle against the wand. And now it's starting to fill. So this is working fine. Once it gets right to the top, I have to take it off, hopefully without spilling any. And it's dripping a little bit. So once I turn off the camera, I'm going to be in a bit of a hurry to get the rest of this bottling done because I don't want to keep wasting it like this. that is a beer that should turn out pretty much just like this one. But I'm going to give it plenty of time to finish the fermentation of the small amount of dextrose I added and to clarify. Here are my caps. They're all in a sanitizing solution. So I'm just going to cap this. Nice and tight. And tilt it a couple of times to help the dextrose pills to dissolve. And it's time for the next bottle. So I'll see you next time on Home Fermenter's Diaries.